got a lot to cover this month, but I tell you what we're not going to cover. There are some truly horrifying things that skulk in the shadows of the internet this accursed time of year. Terror the likes of the top 10 scary Halloween games of all time. Number 2 will blow your mind. Or the top 7 scariest survival horror moments. Does anyone else that dog in Resident Evil 1? Or the worst, the most foul and vile of the lot. The top 746 hottest cosplayers of all time. Look at them titties. Thumbnail. Fuck that clickbait bullshit. I'd like to think we're better than that. But this is Halloween, and you're watching a video game channel on YouTube, so there's a chance, however small, that you'll be dressing up as a video game character this year. And costumes should be considered as early as possible, so that's where we're gonna start. Because nobody's gonna appreciate whatever hastily meringued pile of shit you managed to throw together on the 30th with a magic marker and a trash bag. And if you plan on being that guy or gal that shows up to a party dressed as themselves, then you should be promptly and unceremoniously stuffed into a cannon and fired into the sun. To that end, we're gonna talk about video game costumes. Specifically, what not to do, how to pull one off if you're not creative, and many other things. Fuck it, I have a title card. That's right, no extra lives. You only get one shot at bringing your favorite game character to life, and many require incredibly complex execution. You're one misinterpreted pair of ninja tights away from a whole lifetime of cold sweats and overpriced therapy. Just don't ever let anyone tell you that fishnets totally work for your Ryu Hayabusa costume, bro. That's a fucking damnable lie. We'd all like to pull off a meticulously executed Solid Snake or Samus Aran, but that shit requires cosplay-level fabrication skill and months of planning, and no one's gonna give you an A for effort. They're just going to ridicule you, and not give you their phone number, and accidentally spill their drink on you, and whisper mean things about how you just don't have the thighs to pull off those tights. Bitches! It's really important to know your limits. There are plenty of awesome game characters that can be attained with what you already have in your wardrobe, or, failing that, a quick trip to Goodwill or Wally World. Phil! No! Phil, stop! Phil! Phil! No, I'm not here for Christmas decorations. Jesus Christ. For example, if you have a decent head of hair or access to a wig shop, throw on some jeans, a dirty white t-shirt, rub dirt all over yourself, hit up Amazon for a holster and bam! Nathan Drake. Ladies, same thing, replace the holster with a bow and arrow. New school Lara Croft. Not your speed? Every costume shop on the planet sells a shitty version of a karate gi. Lose the sleeves and leg cuffs, rough up the edges of the fabric, and slap a bandana on. Ryu or Ken. Or, if you completely lack creativity, just get that video game man costume that's totally not Mario or Luigi, and dress it up with a fire flower or a giant mushroom. Just don't actually eat mushrooms. You don't want to run in with the guys at the sewage treatment plant. They won't be understanding of your mission to save the princess. Insensitive bastards. And speaking of insensitive, I may just be a cisgendered male brimming with as much entitlement and white privilege as the trunk of my Beamer is brimming with organic food, but let's talk cross-dressing. It's only cute if you're a girl. I'm not trying to take anything away from birdcage quality queens out there, but odds are you aren't one pre-diabetic frat guy. A girl is Luigi? Adorable, quirky, fun, probably kind of annoying. Zooey Deschanel, pretty much. That can totally work. Guy in a Princess Peach costume? Sex offender. I don't care if you nair. And nair is a fantastic segue, as it so often is, to another important point. Know your body type. Does your beard resemble pubic hair hastily superglued to a toilet seat? No SEO for you. Skinny like a teen pop star? Don't even think about Francis from Left 4 Dead. White person? You know exactly where I'm going with this. 4 dumbass white people left in the world that think blackface is cute. You're not Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. It's not gonna work. I have one final warning about Halloween. It's usually cold. You might have done it. You might have planned months ahead. You might be in amazing shape. You might look exactly like Kratos himself, and your Photoshop quality physique might just glimmer in the evening light like a beacon of human perfection. This is your night. Your evening to remember, if you had any shot at remembering it. I mean, let's face it, it's Halloween, and by as early as 11 p.m. or as late as 3 a.m., booze will have had its way with your mind, your circulatory system, your once unsmudged body paint, and any sense of self-esteem you might have had at the evening's outset. Your mind will reel. You'll feel yourself begin to slump, and as you wallow in a pungent, bitter cocktail of confusion, self-loathing, and cold-induced physical discomfort on the curb in front of your favorite bar, you'll come to the unpleasant yet undeniable realization that this shit sucks, you need a cab, and you lost a feeling in your nipples 45 minutes ago. At or around this time, your mind might attempt to gurgle up one final cogent thought before it all goes dark, and it will probably sound something like, shit, I should have dressed up as a buff ice climber.